Good morning, afternoon, and evening, Supercoach Elites. Welcome back to another Supercoach Elites video. Proudly sponsored by the Patrons at patreon.com/SC Elites, and our mates over at Elite Breaks. Hit them up on Facebook and Instagram. Sorry so late in the week. I mean, we got the potty out. As you seen, we struggled through that. Was gather round, so I wasn't here last week to do any content either, so I do apologise. Sitting here today, Thursday night, teams have just dropped. Big news for my draft team with Sammy Welsh coming back in. That's pretty handy. Last week's score of 23.58. Not bad going back to the 22. Dead set. I had absolutely missed that. So I'll quickly just touch on the classic team, what I'm doing this week before we get into some draft content. So you did hear on the pod that I was talking about trading Howes. Done the 180 on that with the news that Zach Reed's going to be out a little bit longer. Closey down to... Reed across to Closey. I just think the 102k just makes a little bit of sense getting it early. We might have a couple of next week, depending on what Comden does. And, I'm not overly optimistic that that's going to be close, but Graham as well, which I think is going to be a sure thing needed next week too. So I didn't want to put myself... If I can avoid the boost next week, I will. I like it and get Closey on field, however you pronounce it. And then loop the Howes and Brown. I'm not expecting a huge thing from Howes, but I can also go, if I need... I've got the look of Wilson this week as well. So what I've done here is I've moved Yo into my midfield, and essentially I can take the best score out of these boys. So Howes plays tonight. I've got the St Kilda game very early on Saturday. Hypothetically, if Wilson outscores Howes, it is as simple as a swap with Yo and then I can take the Howes score as well. So that's where I'll sit. I'll just take the best score out of those two. I'm expecting it probably will be Howes. Hopefully he can drop a 70 or an 80 and we can, restart some cash gen. I know a lot of people are looking at boosting him off, but at only 223k, I wouldn't mind that cash gen starting again. Absolutely no harm. The forward line's pretty depleted. VC&C, I will go Gorney into Bontempelli, so Thursday into Friday. Hopefully this gets up in time. I don't know if it will, but if it doesn't, that's just where I sit. Draft chat. Oh, look, I'm pretty boring. The obvious moves this week. I'm not grabbing the horn. I'm not really interested in... I love him in my draft content, and I hope he does get forward. And basically, I think close to solidify a lot for me. Not interested in trading D'Ambrosio. I had to make sure I wasn't in the way then. Not interested in trading McKercher. Not interested in trading Roberts. I traded Grundy a couple of weeks ago. I think the Grundy trade makes a lot of sense if you do have Jackson. Especially those teams that don't have Gawn. I wouldn't be going Grundy to Gawn now. Grundy to English don't mind so much, but Gawn on the bye next week. Have a look at targeting Gawn coming out of that bye. Grundy to Nick Martin, Grundy to Steele. They're the ones I like. Grundy to Flanders, I think, is the most important trade if you don't have Flanders. As you can see currently in my team, I don't. I did want to do whatever I could to get him, but I think next week is going to be the Flanders grab. I'll probably end up boosting, depending on how D'Ambrosio and Howes and things like that go, McKercher. The real aim is that they start that cash gen again, and I don't have to worry about any of that. But let's see how we were. We've got plenty of draft content to talk about here today. I will go through both teams. Where am I? I'm in a good little spot here. I'll go... So this is our main keeper, and I'll jump back to this, but I'll have a look at this one. So that's what I was talking about. The Sam Walsh coming back in was huge news for me. Windhanger will probably come back on that field. Scott's been a little bit underwhelming. Jude McVee is one that if you're sitting on any of your waivers right now, go target. Last week, sitting there live, you've seen us. We managed to get ugly mugs on TV as well. Pretty impressive watching him play, and I think he's going to be a very, very good draft player. And I think actually over the next couple of years, you heard Bond say this on the potty as well, he might be classic relevant. No duck, no dinner. Ed is screwing me up here. I'm pretty happy with this. Got a full playing team without even having to do much already. So, but let's jump across to our main league. This is the league we all talk about. I got Froffy this week, who's had a dismal start. So I really like this matchup. I think I'm going to keep Jeremy Howe. I've liked that. It might be Jade College-Ashney's turn to go. Witherden seems to just keep sneaking along, but I think he might. I think I might trade him this week. What do we got extended benches? No, hang on. No, I won't be trading him tonight, so we'll have a look. If he's not named on Sunday, he has come into the extended bench lineup. If he's not named Sunday, I will not hold. There's no way I'll be doing that. I've held way too long. McDonald's going to go. I'm kind of happy holding Jordan. I don't want to move Heaney. I don't want to move Titch. So Kolajajny has to go. Oh, sorry. I will go and recap, actually. Before we do my moves, let's have a quick recap of what's happened. So this week, where are we? The 10th. What day is today? It's the 11th. So we would have waivers go through on the 9th. Pendles went to the waivers. Okay. That's probably one that we might have a look at picking up. Didn't know as long as it hasn't. No, it has. Danger. Fuck, Danger's been good at this. Oh, I've got to get in earlier. Dead set. Comben picked up by these nuts. Mansell on the waivers. Sexton on the waivers makes sense. Williams to the waivers and Meek picked up. Not too bad if you team that needs a ruckman. I don't think that's the case here, but Coffee the waivers. Klausy picked up. Elijah Holmes to the waiver. Williams. D's nuts. The D supporter picking up Jude McVie. Like that from Will there. Graham, Berry, Durham. That's a great pickup, and he got it as a free agent too. That's just someone, while I've been suffering from last weekend and recovering, who's just been very, very active. Ooh, I don't know about that. Especially if we get the forward swing. That's one that'll be picked up pretty quick. But, good luck to him. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And the trade happened before. Rankin and Ashcroft. Fresh Dog identified that he's no chance in the premiership window at the moment and decided to trade Gawn. Ashcroft and Rankin for Gawn and Gibney. Ding Dong Dangers absolutely smashed that trade in. He's probably by far got one of the best teams out there. And it's just purely through the actions that he's doing. He's super reactive. He's reactive to the waiver wise. He's reactive to trades. He's reactive to everything. So hats off to you, Dang. Team trade cancelled. I haven't seen this before. Trades that were sent through and rejected. Okay, there you go. So obviously he's tried to dish Gawn. I wouldn't have accepted Horn Francis for Gawn. And I wouldn't have accepted LDU for Gawn if I was Oscar either. Benny King, great pick up this week. Langton to the waivers. Crispy to the waivers. Yeah, okay. For Durham. All right. Well, that's probably the one. I don't mind taking an L this week. Oh, I don't want to pick up a waiver claim. He's gonna be a waiver player. He is. Is a player like Crisp worth my number one waiver spot? No, unfortunately, it's not. And now that I've spoken about this, there's no way. We'll see how we go next week when I drop this video. I don't think there's any chance I'm going to pick that up. I think someone will go use a waiver claim on it. All right, so our defense is pretty okay. Winhanger can actually go sit in the midfield this week. Kolajajny's going to go out. We need forwards. We need whatever, realistically. Let's have a look at best available. I'm going to have a look by average, not total points. Brody Kemp, not really interested in. Brody Smith against Carlton actually could be pretty handy this week. Ballard's been okay. Benny could actually be a handy one. They might just dump a lot of ball in there that could really work. I'm actually surprised Oscar hasn't picked up his boy Tom Brown. Max Ramsden, Perry, Waterman. There's not much to pick from. The ones that I like targeting are probably Richmond. I might even target a small forward from Richmond this week just as a 1 week grab. Oh, I just realised my face is... Oh, you can still see the players' names. That's all right. Ryan Mansell. We're getting light on here. Draft is very vital to kind of do the 3-round, 4-round, 5-round average. You know what? Screw it. Let's give Brody Kemp a run just for a week. Oh, Brody Kemp or Brody Smith? No, we might go Kemp. Adelaide's pretty dodgy at hitting that ball forward. Who plays North? Geelong. There's not gonna... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, let's give... I don't know. That's Jack Henry. What's the other Henry's name? Ollie. I wonder if we'll get Oliver Henry, actually. Let's go forwards. Have a look at Richmond and Geelong. 3 round 8. Oh, we got Stengel. That actually might even be better. Yeah. Yeah, so only Henry's rostered. Okay, that might have been this week. Yeah, give me a little bit of Stengel off the free agency list. Let's smash those two. I'm seriously considering using my waiver on Crispy. But my 2 Collingwood deep. Potentially. If Witherden's out this week, I really don't. I've just got this weird fucking connection with Witherden. I actually don't know what it is. Like, I hold him all the time. For now, we're going to do this. We're going to hope Witherden comes back into that team. Like, he's playing the 2s long enough. I think I'll move Jeremy Howe again before Witherden, as weird as that sounds. Stengel on field. Is Crispy better than my... No, I won't be grabbing Crispy. I'm not going to use that waiver spot on that. Even though Tanner Bruin's not setting the world on fire, 80's actually okay, and I think he's better than the 68 he put out last weekend. So I'll play 1 short this week because there's no way I won't fix this scenario. No, actually, you know what? Nah, Howe can go. If Witherden's not in, he'll go this week as well. Let's grab a forward while we're on here. Filter, forwards. Who's got the 3 round? Who's got the 5 round? Riccardi and St Kilda don't love. Who is going to be the one? Points per minute. James Dunstall. Okay, Morris Rowley is. Yeah, fuck it. Let's give that a run. How the defenders are a dime a dozen. We'll pick up How. There'll be no trouble with that. And then this just gives us a full lineup. Believe it or not, percentage helps. I'm not overly wrapped about having the Todd Marshall situation. I wouldn't mind a big score from Marshall to see if I can pace that out somewhere. But they're doing all right. The Port boys are doing well for me. So let's head across to the league. Let's have a look at matchups. Who we think's going to win. We'll check the ladder first. This is the right league. So I beat Oscar last week. I scored a 1689 in this league. It was absolutely huge. I'm not too much in the way of the ladder nut. So Perko still sits top. I'm second. Mr. Still Your Girl third in Jack. Will D's nuts. Dave, Mark, Scotty, Dave. And Daniel's only won 1 game. No, I blow the smoke out of his ass because I think he makes the greatest moves. And that'll change. That'll be a charge, surely. Although he's conceded a lot of points. He's 3rd last. Come on, Dane. You might need to start doing something. Or he might need to start making trades or whatever. He's going all right. So that's where we're sitting. Game day in this one. I think this is where I need to move my little head. Always takes forever loading up game day. I know I play Froffy. So I don't think this is going to work. It's gotten us through pretty well so far. So we'll just leave it there. Wrap it up. I'll finish on my classic team again. Like I said, VC gone into Bont. I think it's the easiest one to this week. Supercoach being temperamental. So on behalf of myself, the patrons at patreon.com/SC Elites, peace out and thank you for watching.